So let me tell you about this crazy night that totally freaked me out. My name's Eric, and this happened during one of those random hangouts with my buddies, Tom and Jess. We were all at Jess's place because her parents were out of town, and you know how that goes. Perfect time for a little mischief, right? We were just chilling, bored out of our minds, flipping through Netflix without actually picking anything to watch. That's when Tom, being the thrill seeker he is, pulls out this dusty old Ouija board from Jess's attic. I was skeptical at first, I've heard stories, but it's just a game, right? At least that's what I thought. We set it up on the floor, lit some candles to set the mood. Real cliché horror movie style. Jess was giggling, thinking it's just silly fun. So, we started just messing around, asking stupid questions like, is anyone there? Not expecting anything, really. But then, the planchette moved. It slowly dragged itself to yes. Jess swore she wasn't moving it, and Tom looked as white as a sheet. He wasn't the prankster type. The air felt heavier, like the room got colder. You know that feeling when you're sure someone's watching you? Yeah, it was that but cranked up to 10. We asked, "Who are you?" The planchette moved again, this time much quicker, spelling out David. Jess looked at us, confused. Who's David? None of us knew any David, and that's when we should have stopped, but we didn't. Are you a good spirit? Jess asked, her voice a mix of curiosity and fear. The planchette moved straight to no. Not gonna lie, that freaked us all out, but Tom was way too hooked to let us stop. He asked him, "What do you want?" It spelled out, leave. Just that one word, but it was enough to make my heart race. Leave? From Jess's house? We sat there, not sure what to do next, when suddenly the candles flickered out, plunging us into darkness. Jess screamed, scrambling to turn on her phone's flashlight. When the lights came back, the Ouija board was gone, just vanished into thin air. We searched everywhere but found nothing. It was like the board just erased itself from existence. We were too shaken to stay any longer. We grabbed our stuff and bolted out of there, spending the night at my place instead. None of us mentioned it again, trying to convince ourselves it was just some messed up hallucination. But sometimes, when it gets really quiet, I swear I can hear faint whispering, spelling out my name, just like the planchette moved. And let me tell you, nothing's been the same since that night. Every shadow seems darker. Every noise makes me jump. I don't know what we talked to, or what we let into Jess's house. But it's out there, and I can feel it watching, waiting. Makes you think twice about messing with things you don't understand, huh?
Alright, so here's a story that still sends shivers down my spine whenever I think about it. My name's Connor, and this happened during what was supposed to be a chill camping trip with a couple of buddies up in the northern woods. We were all about disconnecting from tech and enjoying nature, Well, we got more nature than we bargained for. It started off great. We set up our tents by a small lake, the kind of place you see on those picturesque postcards. First couple of days were awesome, fishing, swimming, campfires. But on the third day, we decided to explore some nearby trails. We're not newbie hikers or anything, but somehow we got turned around. Maybe it was the thick fog that rolled in, or just bad luck, but we found ourselves totally lost. As we tried to backtrack, that's when we first heard it. A deep, guttural growling from somewhere behind us. At first, we joked about it, blaming it on Gary's rumbling stomach. But then we heard branches snapping, heavy, deliberate, like something big was moving towards us. We picked up the pace, but the noises just got closer and louder. We kept moving, hearts pounding, trying to find any familiar landmark to lead us back to camp. The growls grew into roars, echoing through the trees. I've never been more scared in my life. It wasn't just the sound. There was this presence, like something massive watching us, and the smell, this foul, wet dog scent that clung to the damp air. At one point, we saw it, a huge, dark shape darting between the trees. It was too big to be any normal animal, more like a bear, but fast, really fast. We didn't stop to get a better look. We just ran, stumbling over roots, pushing through brambles, whatever it took. By some miracle, we spotted the glow of our campfire through the trees. We didn't stop running until we crashed into our campsite, gasping for air, and slammed into our tents. We spent a sleepless night listening to the sounds of the forest, every snap of a twig sending jolts of fear through us. The roars eventually faded, but the terror didn't. Come sunrise, we packed up and got out of there as fast as we could, not stopping until we reached the safety of our car and the nearby ranger station. We reported what happened, but they just gave us those skeptical looks, said it was probably just a bear. But I know what we heard, what we felt. That wasn't any bear. Whatever it was stalking us, playing with us. And I swear, sometimes when it's quiet, I can still hear that roar. Feel those eyes on me. Safe to say, I haven't gone camping since, and I'm not sure I ever will again.